When it comes to marketing your dental practice, you have many options to pick from. You can send out flyers, you can post on social media, you could do SEO or Google AdWords, or you could even just focus on getting more referrals and patients through word of mouth. But if your goal is to get the most and the highest quality patients, then what type of marketing is going to drive the best results? Well, stick around because that's what we're going to talk about on today's video. Hi, I'm Nick from RevUp Dental, the company that helps dentists get more new patients, grow their practice, and beat their competition. One of the most common questions we get asked by dentists all the time is, what type of marketing should I be doing? What works the best? What is going to drive the best results? The problem with these types of questions is that if you ask 100 different people, you're probably going to get 100 different answers. If you speak with a company who does flyers and you ask them, hey, what type of marketing do you think is best? They're obviously going to try to convince you that sending out flyers is the best thing that you could be doing. If you speak with a company that does SEO or social media or whatever type of service they happen to offer, they're going to try to convince you that whatever it is they're selling is what you should be buying. In fact, if you ask 100 of your colleagues what type of marketing has worked best for your dental practice, you're also going to get 100 different answers. You're going to find plenty of dentists who have had great success with SEO or flyers or Google AdWords, and you're also going to find plenty of dentists who have done all of those things and never really seen any results. If you want to build a successful dental practice, then here's the most important thing I can teach you about marketing. All of the options you have available to market your practice and attract new patients, whether you're doing flyers or social media or Google AdWords, at the end of the day, these are all just tools. And the effectiveness of these tools and the impact that they're going to have on your business and the impact they're going to have on your bottom line, that almost entirely depends on who is using those tools. Think of it like this. If I gave you the exact same set of golf clubs that Tiger Woods uses, would you be able to get the same results as him on the golf course? If I gave you the same tennis racket that Serena Williams uses, would you be just as good of a tennis player? No, obviously not. While the tools are important and they do play a role in your success, it's a very minor one. And the results don't really come from the tools, but rather the person or the people that use the tools, the skills, the experience, the dedication that they've put into mastering their craft. When you're trying to market your dental practice and attract more patients, the tools or the types of marketing that you're doing matter very little compared to who is actually doing your marketing. You can be very successful doing digital marketing, but you can also be very successful doing older and more traditional marketing like flyers. It's all about the team behind the scenes who carry out the work. That's what you need to spend your time evaluating. Not all flyer companies are equal. Not all social media companies drive the same results. Not all SEO companies do the same level of work or offer the same level of quality. So how do you evaluate the quality of the team that's behind the scenes? Well, you can do this by taking a careful look at these three things. The first thing you need to consider carefully is the process a company follows. A quote that I really like is, "You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." Some companies have a very well developed and a very well thought out process. They are constantly revising and improving it. Everything runs like clockwork. They know exactly what they're going to do for you. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Everything is documented. There are checklists and guides for every step of the process so that things get done correctly, but they also get done quickly and efficiently. With other companies, there isn't really a process. When you ask a lot of companies to elaborate on the internal processes that they follow, and you ask some deliberate questions about how the work is actually done behind the scenes, you're going to quickly realize that for the most part, they're just figuring things out as they go. A common thing that you're going to hear is, well, Dr. Jones, every dentist is different and we take a very custom approach to our work and we want to make sure that everything is custom tailored to your unique practice. Now, this is a great sales answer that would probably impress a lot of dentists, but let me share with you the reality. When you hear a company describe their services as custom tailored, more often than not, what that actually means is there isn't really a rock solid process that they're following. Sometimes they do things one way, sometimes they do things a different way, and generally what happens is sometimes the project turns out okay, and sometimes it turns into a complete disaster. And as the customer, you're going to be the one left holding the bag. You need to be very careful that you're not hiring a company that is just figuring things out as they go, and essentially you're just paying for somebody to learn on your dollar. The quality of the process, or lack thereof, is why some dentists hire a company to do SEO and they get amazing results. And other dentists also hire a company to do SEO, but they see little to no results. Any strong marketing company is going to have a strong process. So here are some deliberate questions you can ask to better evaluate that process. How do you carry out your work? Can you break it down for me step by step? What are your internal processes like? What do you have written down or documented? What does the team actually follow day to day? How do you ensure that the work is being done correctly? Are there checklists or quality control steps? Can you show me what your team follows? How do you manage projects? What systems or software do you use? Can you show me what happens behind the scenes day to day, week to week with your other clients? While two marketing companies may offer social media, for example, you need to very carefully evaluate the quality of the systems and the processes of one marketing company versus another because they're not all equal. Now, the second thing you need to look at very carefully is talent. You need to carefully evaluate the skills, the experience, and the passion of the people who are ultimately going to be doing the work. You need to find out if your marketing is being done by a group of specialists where each person on the team is an expert on their field and they only focus on one aspect of the project, or whether the work is being done by generalists who do a little bit of everything. Think of it like starting a sports team, like a soccer team. If you're just playing the game for fun and you don't particularly care how successful your team is, if you don't really care how many goals you score, you're just there to have fun, then it doesn't matter who's on your team because at the end of the day, anybody can kick a ball around. However, if you're assembling a soccer team because you want to win and you're saying, hey, we enjoy playing the game, but at the end of the day, we're here to get results. We want to score the most goals, we want to win the game, we want to go to the championship. Well, if that's the case, then the caliber of players that are on your team is going to start to matter a lot. Just like anyone can kick a soccer ball around and learn the basic rules of the game, just about anyone can watch a few YouTube videos and learn how to do some basic Google AdWords or SEO or social media, but it doesn't mean that they're an expert, and it doesn't mean that they're the type of people you need on your team if you want to get the best results and to go really far. It's common to see a lot of dentists wanting to build a website or do marketing and end up hiring a family friend or a friend of a friend. And then when the website or the marketing produces little to no results, the default assumption is websites don't work or SEO doesn't work. We've tried that before, we never got any results. Many dentists never stop to consider that who is actually doing the work matters a lot more than what you're actually doing. Going back to my example earlier about the golf clubs, this is like buying a new set of golf clubs, not getting a good result on the golf course, and then proclaiming that it must be the golf club that's the problem. If you want to do marketing that actually gets results, you need to understand that the talent matters a lot. Here are some good questions to ask. How does your company recruit people? What processes do you follow to find the best talent? How many people work at the company and who does what? Who is going to be doing step 1, step 2, step 3 of the project? Is it the same people or is it different people? What experience or qualifications does each person have? Why is that particular person doing step 1 or step 2 or step 3? You need to drill down and find out whether your marketing is actually being done by solid industry experts or whether it's being done by some interns in the back room. You need to carefully evaluate if the company you're working with, when it comes to doing the marketing, regardless of what type of marketing they're doing, if their aim is to deliver the highest level of quality possible, or if they're simply looking to just cross things off their to-do list, and when it comes to quality, all they're really aiming for is good enough. The problem with marketing is that when you only put in half the effort and you build something to half the quality, like a website or a flyer, you won't get half of the results. Think of it from your perspective. The strongest driver of new patients for most dental practices is word of mouth and referrals. Now ask yourself, why is that? Is it because you have a TV in your office that has Netflix? Is it because you have very comfortable dental chairs in your operatory and it makes everyone want to come back and refer their friends? No, of course not. It's because you're delivering exceptional dental care. A patient comes in and sees that you're an expert at what you do, that you take your job seriously, that you care about them, that you're committed to giving them the best dental care, and they notice this and they appreciate this. This is what makes people want to come back and refer their friends and family. Now imagine for a second, what if you didn't take your job seriously? What if you didn't offer exceptional dental care? What if you were only aiming for good enough? Imagine if I asked your patients, what's it like going to Dr. Jones? Is she a good dentist? Should I go there? Imagine if they answered with, I don't know, I mean, it's okay, I guess, it's nothing really special. Do you think if you did a half-assed job at dentistry that you would get half the referrals? If your dentistry wasn't terrible, but wasn't very good either, do you think people would be willing to refer their friends and their family to you? Of course not. If that was the case, you'd probably be out of business at this point. This is the essence of why some dentists see great results with marketing while other dentists try the exact same strategies but see little to no results. It doesn't matter what you're doing when it comes to marketing. What matters more is who's doing it, how they're doing it, their process, the talent, the level of effort that they put into their work. Don't spend too much time thinking about, is it better to do social media or to send out flyers, or should we invest in SEO? As a dentist, what you really want to focus your effort on evaluating is finding and recruiting the best people on your team. If you do that, the rest tends to fall into place. I hope you found this video useful. Again, my name is Nick from RevUp Dental, and if you want to see more videos like this one, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can check us out at revupdental.com.